Yo, what's up, everybody? This is episode 2 of a new podcast we called the Two Mad Geniuses. I'm introducing myself again. My name is Delon Hinton. With my bro, I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
It's your boy Josh Shocks, and
Now, today, we're gonna go off of new TV shows that premiered this week. The first one we're gonna talk about, pretty much everybody been talking about it lately, is the new show Empire on Fox. Starts Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard, and I think Gabrielle Sullivan's in it too.
yeah, get ready. Precious.
She's in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, like an all-star cast. Timbaland did the music for the show, so I don't think a lot of people realize it from the trailers and from all the promotions and everything that he's been doing with a lot of TV interviews, radio interviews. He does the music of the show. So that's all I can touch on. Now I'm gonna go pass to my brother for the rest.
So when my daughter Empire, I actually saw the pilot. I'm sold on it. Maybe it's probably gonna get better as it goes along.
Yeah.
When I had a bad impressions of it. Like when I first saw like the commercials for it, I'm thinking like Hustle and Flow Part 2. So that was just my opinion. It was better than what I actually thought.
Yeah, for me, same thing. I thought it was gonna be one of those daggone sequel things where they try to mimic off the movie, but actually looking at the show itself, it actually was a complete different look on what I thought it was gonna be. Like they had the look where they have both Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard being executives, but she was the one that started the money off. So when she starts getting locked up, she
did 17 years.
17 years in jail, and she actually had the startup money for Terrence Howard to start off the label that became infamous, known as the Empire. So, to make a long story short with it, she comes out of jail and then she's on this big war path.
She want 50%.
She want 50% of the company. She want $5 million a year, and then now she actually like more towards the middle and the end of the episode, she really dials it down a little bit because really she was trying to manage her son.
Yeah, but it's more to the story. Like, say for example, like pretty much like Terrence Howard, the main character. Like, pretty much people around him like changing now because he got money. Like, one of his closest friends was asking for like $1 million. What was it, like a few?
$3 million.
Like $3 million and like some other stuff, and pretty much he had a. I don't want to give. Should I get this away? Like he visit the doctor.
Give it away.
Okay, I'm not going to get that. So he trying to breed a successor, like one of his sons. He's gonna pick one of his sons to run the empire after he's gone. Spoiler alert. Man, I'm not trying to give it away, but what else? What about the stereotypes? You said there were stereotypes.
Yeah,
it was only like two. Only like two. I guess she's selling drugs.
It's just selling drugs stereotype.
I'm from the hood. Ashley the classy
story. You had the whole
the successful son is married to a white woman.
Yeah,
now like we didn't see that one coming.
More stereotypical stuff that you would see. Like, yeah, it was just stereotypical, man. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It
wasn't like a Tyler Perry movie. Like,
nah, it ain't as bad as
it's not as bad.
It's not as bad as
no disrespect to Tyler Perry. He doing this thing. I ain't gonna hate on him. He doing this thing. He get money. If it ain't broke, why fix it? That's my motto. If it ain't broke, why fix it?
Even though he used the same format for every movie. But I mean, hey,
same movie, different actors. Same movie, different actors.
Yeah, but going off of Empire, now we're gonna go into the other premiere episode, which that was Agent Carter from ABC. It was supposed to be somewhat a spinoff from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but not really. It's like a whole different.
And it's set like back in the day. Like,
yeah, they're going way back with it. With this show, with the first episode, expect a lot of flashbacks from the first Captain America movie, because they're actually going from that timeline from him crashing the plane into the water until that very moment. So it's like from there to all the missions that she's doing from this. Everybody know the backstory from Peggy Carter. She's one of the original people that started S.H.I.E.L.D. It was her, Tony Stark father, Howard Stark, and another guy, I forgot his name, probably because he did say it in the movie, but I forgot. They're going off of that. It's the whole agency before. I think this is when she goes branch off into she do Shield, do start off Shield. So with this show, expect a lot of flashbacks, a lot of Easter eggs, and with this one, it seemed like they actually did more before this show than they did with Agents of Shield. Meaning, like they opened the budget a whole lot more with this one. There's a whole lot more action scenes. It's a whole lot more character development. It's better. It's not too much of a wasted timeline. Wasted timeline.
So you saying this is better than Agent of Shield, or you prefer this over Agent of Shield?
Right now, based off the first episode and going off
the pilot episode.
Yeah, the first pilot. But going off the pilot episode, this probably is the better one between the two. So the storyline from between Agent Carter and Agent of Shield, I will pick Agent Carter storyline better.
Okay.
Better. This is overall better. First pilot.
I didn't actually see. I just saw like the commercial break when they showed the Ant-Man trailer, but I still didn't get a chance to see it. Well, any new TV shows good to watch?
For right now, nah.
Sure, The Fall had a few episodes, few new TV shows. I'm trying to think of some new TV shows that came out this fall.
It's really not too many. It's like not too far. Most of the ones that's coming out this fall is really ones that's coming back from their mid-season breaks. Like, I think Blackish came back with
season 2.
I think Gotham just came back on Monday.
What about
Constantine was a
good
one.
TV show.
But the only thing was NBC only gave them 9 episodes, which after the 9th episode it was pretty much done. They should, me personally, I thought they should have just kept it going and gave them the full 13. But
you know, they had to. I guess they had to test it first.
They had to test it.
It is on Fridays. Friday's not like the best time to watch.
Yeah, but sometimes, but the time slot they have it at on a Friday was actually a good time slot.
Friday's not a good time slot. Friday, like everybody going out. Best day to do it is like Monday, because everybody got like go to work. You know, and like people watch. Monday is like a good Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I say more like Tuesday, but I mean,
I said like in the middle of the week, Monday to Wednesday. That's a good time. I don't know about Thursday. Thursday's probably okay.
Thursday's too cramped up already as enough as it is, because you got Big Bang Theory, you got NCIS, you got.
How you feel about the new NCIS, New Orleans? I never actually watched it. So.
I never really watched it, so I can't really make judgment on NCIS and New Orleans.
I think it's more shows. Some good TV shows. Constantine is probably like the most consistent. I like Flash.
Flash.
I like Flash.
I can't forget about Flash.
Right.
Flash is definitely was on my to watch list when I seen that coming out. So
my favorite episode was when they had him versus Arrow, which was pretty.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. And the obvious episode of the Flash is when they had the episode called "The Man in the Yellow Suit," which they actually revealed the identity of the reverse, quote unquote, reverse Flash. But that I'd rather not tell because that might spoil that for a lot of people.
People who didn't see it. Oh, another good show, How to Get Away with Murder.
How to Get Away with Murder, yeah. That's another one.
Caught me by surprise. I wasn't. Because, I mean, if you like Scandal, I guess you'll like How to Get Away with Murder if you like Scandal. So it's like can you put it in the same boat? I know it's a little bit different, but it's sort of like in the same boat.
I put it
drama-wise. It's like
the only reason I put it in the same boat with Scandal is the fact that they got the same writers. It's the same exact writers and executive producers that's doing the show. It just made it a whole lot, a whole lot more.
I actually watched it. I watched a few episodes. I'm just like, wow, this actually had me hooked. Like, made me want to wait for next week.
Yeah, all the episodes on that show actually had everybody on cliffhangers. Like I cannot lie on that.
It's like they gave a preview to the end.
Preview, yeah.
But they had it leading up to it.
Yep, exactly. Then I believe some shows are coming off there. Another few shows are coming.
And Walking Dead coming back like in a month.
Yeah, Walking Dead's coming.
Walking Dead's coming back in a month.
I think Scandal's coming back, and Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder is coming back on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Arrow and Flash, I think Arrow is coming back the Wednesday of this, whatever the third Wednesday is of this month. And I know for sure Flash coming back on the 15th. So whatever day, the day after that Flash premiere coming back, Arrow's coming back that same day too.
Okay.
And pretty much it's gonna be the same rotations coming back after that. Blacklist, which I'm a real big fan of. I love James Spader as an actor.
Yeah.
Like I said, Sleepy Hollow, it came back on Monday too. A lot of people pretty much see that's like a cheesy.
Season 2.
Season 2 kind of, you know.
It don't live up to season 1.
Yeah,
Season 1, like especially the ending of season 1, had me like.
Season 1 kind of.
I think everybody was shocked that they found out. I'm not. If you didn't see it, I'm not going. No spoilers. I'm trying not to bring no spoilers.
Yeah, we try not to do no spoilers.
No spoilers.
On this podcast. We try to make sure y'all watch the show.
I'd probably say just if you didn't see it, just watch season 1.
Yeah, just watch season 1. And then on Wednesdays, I think the season premiere was probably, or the season ended not too long ago. American Horror Stories.
Another good show.
Freak shows. Compared to the other American Horror Stories, this one I
didn't really care for it?
I really didn't care for, but I like it.
You prefer the older ones?
Season 2 is still my best season as far as though with American Horror Story.
It's still the TV show The Bridge.
Good show too.
That's another good show.
That's another good
second
show.
Season.
Yep, second season.
I'm trying to think of what else.
The League. I'm sorry. I gotta say
that
League.
That is a funny.
The League on FXX now. If you got DirecTV, Comcast, I think Verizon, I think does it too. If you got FXX, that's the channel that The League will be on. It's one of the funniest shows that I guarantee you'll die laughing. What about Blackish? Blackish is which I touched on already. That came back. It's another good show. It's funny, but it also hits on the everyday issues dealing with race, but not really.
I guess it's like a parody. They trying to sort of like make fun of, I guess,
the whole racism.
The black family in the suburbs losing themselves, but
with a mixed mom and having mixed kids, and all the kids go to predominantly white school. You know,
it's pretty much they feeding their culture. It's like making fun of it. I mean, some people thought it was offensive. Yeah. But I mean, I guess they just making fun. It's like a parody, so I won't take it serious.
It's a comedy. It's not. It's nothing like serious.
Making fun of it.
Speaking of a funny parody show, Real Husbands of Hollywood. That's another one.
That's another one. The fakest reality. But reality shows be fake anyway.
Yeah.
It's like how can you say it's like a scripted reality? Yeah. That's all it is. Most of it is scripted.
No,
I'm not really in it. I'm not really into reality shows.
I have no respect for no TV reality shows. Anybody can tell you that about me, but I mean, no disrespect. I ain't gonna knock their hustle. That's just my opinion on it.
It's entertaining to people with the drama. I mean, but it doesn't. I'm just gonna say it don't fit my demographic. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, so I wouldn't be into it.
Yeah. Now you want to touch on something like the Netflix series?
Netflix is House of Cards season 3 supposed to come out February. I believe the end of February, like the 27th, if I'm not mistaken.
If you have not checked out House of Cards, please, we highly
that's a highly recommended TV show to watch, especially from season 1.
Yes, I mean, if you don't have a Netflix account, borrow one from somebody or something, or at least use the free trial to watch that show. That is one down to earth show. It's entertaining.
Would you say it's better than the British version, the UK version?
I say just for the fact that it shows.
He was like cold blooded.
He was cold blooded.
I'm just gonna say he cold blooded. He did anything to win.
Yeah, he did anything to win. But Kevin Spacey's bring that character to a whole nother level.
It's just
he brings
like if you see season 1, season 2, you see how he said he just planned everything out.
Yes.
Like he showed no mercy
at all. Man.
They call it politics. He was just being cutthroat.
Another Netflix series I recommend. It recently just came out, but I recommend it. Marco Polo.
Yeah, Marco Polo is pretty good.
It's based off the actual true events of Marco Polo. If you know him, if you're a history major type of person, Wikipedia. You know, you could always look it up on Google or something like that. Or Wikipedia. It's basically showing his travels when he was well, technically he wasn't a slave, but he was like a more interpreter for Khan clan.
This is like before China like became united and like they was sort of like
Divided, yeah.
He was like one of the first Europeans.
It was all called clans basically back in the day, so it wasn't. He was part of one of the most the powerful clans of China at the time.
Was it Mongolian? He was with the guy in Mongolian, or was he?
I don't know the exact guy's name, but just almost butcher the name. I really don't know who it is. But with that, he is a real good entertaining show. You would actually see a lot with how that whole time.
Netflix putting out a lot of shows now.
Yeah,
I guess they were like the first online streaming to be successful. House of Cards won an award.
The only
Orange
the New Black won a lot of awards.
Everybody should know about Orange.
Yeah, everybody pretty much is on Orange New Black. But Netflix, they also got some Marvel things in the work with. They have Daredevil, which I saw a few photos of the set.
When did that supposed to come out?
I think they said summer of this year.
Oh, okay.
Summertime.
That's Marvel trying to take over. Because DC got like probably comic book shows.
Yeah, they
Arrow and Flash right now.
Yeah. So. Then with Netflix, what they did with Marvel, they actually
Gotham.
Don't forget Gotham. Yeah.
Even though it's not really a comic, it's like I guess it's like pre-Batman period. Batman. It's just the pre-Batman period.
Yeah. Well, with some people probably know about the news with what Marvel have with Netflix, where they'll have exclusive Netflix series with certain characters. Luke Cage is another one. Daredevil, like I said. I forgot the third character, but they have explicit contracts with them. So it's like I don't know how many seasons they signed them for with this, but Netflix is really doing a lot with their online. They're starting to know that online is actually becoming better sometimes than actual TV.
Because because I probably say times are different. Like you used to be able to just watch cable. Now a lot of people stream their videos. You got Chromecast, you got Apple TV. A lot of cases you don't necessarily need a cable subscription nowadays. I'm not saying it's just an alternative.
It's an alternative.
Everybody.
And and I say another one I recommend, even though it started off on AMC when it first started, is The Killing. I'm sorry, I meant to say that. I ain't even say The Fall.
Yes, that's
The Killing. When AMC had it for 2 seasons. When they had it for 2 seasons, the ratings was good, but it was on the same day as The Walking Dead. So imagine when you have to follow up with that. So Netflix.
They could have changed the time slot for it.
Yeah, they could have.
They could have moved Walking Dead up and just moved it down.
Yeah.
Because people are watching. You get the people waiting for Walking Dead to come on.
But but when they saw that it was still, like I said, it was still making numbers. It was still doing good. It was just the fact that it was on the same level as Walking Dead. Walking Dead, after pretty much that go off, everybody's turning the TVs off anyway.
Yeah.
So,
putting him after Walking Dead may not be that bad because a lot of new shows do that.
New shows, yeah.
To get the fans and that.
Yeah. Then after that happened, Netflix walked up to the production company of The Killing and decided to just make the last 2 seasons, which is season 3 and season 4, into Netflix series. Ever since they hit Netflix, it's been doing double the numbers since. So I mean, it's a real good show though. I mean, if you like these detective type, gritty,
it was like dark and gritty,
it's real because it's in Seattle. It's based off Seattle, so expect a lot of dark,
rainy days.
Cloudy,
rainy days.
A lot of dark stories behind them as well. So
you know what it reminded me of when I first saw The Killing? I mean, like it could be like a British show, like a UK show.
Yeah, it did have that
the way it was dark.
UK, It did have that UK feel too when I first saw it too. So it was when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this probably.
I'm not saying it's UK. I said a UK like feel.
Yeah, it's not a UK based show at all. It's really based in Seattle, Washington, and all you can see all the landmarks and everything from the state of Seattle in there. So yeah, that's another good one for Netflix. You want to go on some like old shows, like recommending the old ones? I say Luther. If you ain't seen Luther,
yeah, Luther is one of them.
I recommend that show. That's one of the shows.
I learned about that from a coworker of mine.
Yeah,
that's season 1. But the Luther I saw I saw it years ago before they played it in America because they supposed to be doing it as a rumor.
That they're doing an American version.
They're doing a movie to it too as well. It's a rumor.
Yeah.
And they also may be doing the American version. Just like the American version of Sherlock is Elementary on CBS. So
I heard the same thing. I heard the same before. They saying that Alba and the producer will be looking for talent for this show for the Luther American version show. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I'll
probably find some young on the come up actor. But I mean,
you know who I think? But I mean, not that I don't want to speculate or anything. But you know who I think should play him? DJ Brent from Agents of Shield. He played Trip.
He might be a good pick.
He'd be a good pick. The only reason why is because he did a hell of a job on Agents of Shield. I was kind of disappointed with what they did.
He's Agent of Shield fan, but you know what I mean. It's okay. I would say it's okay.
He's good.
No disrespect. It's okay. Not a huge fan, but he's okay.
Yeah. But I mean, that's who I would see. I don't know who he would have probably playing him on there. Know him, he probably see somebody like Lance Gross or something. I don't know.
What a Lance Gross? I couldn't see him playing that. He might could pull up. Might. I'm gonna say might. I'm not.
I ain't gonna lie.
He's not me.
I ain't gonna lie. I had Lance Gross as one of my picks for Black Panther before they even picked.
You picked him as Black Panther?
He was the only young up and coming guy at the time.
I'm gonna play Idris Elba though.
Yeah, but we talking about young Black Panther though at the time.
You know that. But I think they did a good pick of the guy from
42.
From 42. That he a good pick.
He's a hell of a pick.
I didn't know he was that old. What's the guy like 55?
He's 44. That's they show it.
He like about that. He should be worrying about retiring. Jeez, 44. Jeez, I know. Jeez, he must not drink or nothing. He must ain't never do anything.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other shows. Like I said, I already recommended American Horror Story. I say go back and watch the first 2 seasons if you can. Or the first 2 seasons.
I can't think of any other TV show.
Me neither. Right.
I say I watch on it because it's that I recommend. It was a TV show back in the summertime. It was called Tyrant. It was on FX. It's pretty much a guy who lived in America. He pretty much left. I believe it's somewhere in the Middle East. I don't know. I forgot the country. Yeah. And his father died, and his brother taking over. It's like a lot of conflict going on in the region in this country.
Yeah. Then you also got if you can, Homeland. I always say check that out.
Homeland. Season 4 was okay. Season 4. Yeah. Better than season 3. Season 3 sucked. No disrespect. It's like they dragged. Season 3 is like they dragged it out.
They dragged it out. Yeah.
It's for. I don't want to say a spoiler. Someone doesn't make it. We just gonna say somebody doesn't survive. We'll leave it at that.
And Games of Thrones, of course. You gotta.
Yeah, Games of Thrones sells itself. Everybody know about Games of Thrones.
This is just for people that have not known about Games of Thrones.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about
Games of Thrones. It's one of the most popular TV shows, like
ever
on cable TV. You can.
Yeah. Would you put
Winter is coming? Everybody knows that.
Yeah. And would you put Games of Thrones in the top 5 ever?
TV shows?
Yes.
Ever? Do you know how hard that is to put ever? Like,
in our lifetime. I say in our lifetime.
If I had to put,
we both been here for 27 years. If y'all want to know.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, two of my top 10 is from the past 3 years. So
top 5. Game of Thrones top 5. It may make top 5. I can't name that many TV shows.
I can't even go. Yeah, I definitely say
you have to put all. That means you have to put all the classic shows in there. Yeah. You got a lot of classic shows out there.
That's true.
So I don't know how you fit it in because you got like shows that's been there before.
You got First Punch. You got Family Matters.
You got Family. But that's like family. I don't know. You got Martin. You got because 90s has good TV shows. Yeah. You can put Law and Order. That's like probably that's like the longest running TV show like ever. How long has Law and Order been out? 20 years? Over 20 years? Law and Order was out when we was little, bro.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Then they branched it off like SVU and somebody and regular Law and Order, Criminal Intent.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They even had Law and Order in like LA.
LA. Yeah.
That's old. That's old.
I think. But I think I would put it in my. I put it in my top 10. I put it in my top 10.
I'm trying to think because there's a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
I don't know because you gotta play respect for the TV shows because they didn't really have everything.
Yeah.
You have to put the classics like I guess like Happy Days. I'm going way back. You got the Wonder Years.
Yeah, you got Wonder Years. I'm about to say the same
thing. You got classic
Saved by the
TV
Bell.
Show. You got Saved by the Bell. You got what you got?
It's a lot of classic shows, man. It's a lot.
You got the Brady Bunch.
We pretty much had.
You can't forget about the Brady Bunch. That's like a classic. Leave It to Beaver. He's like before my time. It's like different generations. So.
90s, early, late 80s, early 90s.
90s had some good TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lost. I wasn't thinking Lost to me. Lost is up there. I like Lost. First 2-3 seasons just confusing. Like you saw you see the first season. Like what?
Yeah, what happened? You got no. Get off of that for a minute. We're gonna go to.
You wanna go to movies?
I was about to say you want to talk about the Ant-Man trailer that just dropped
yesterday.
Yeah,
let's talk about the Ant-Man trailer. So, if you didn't know, during Asian Carter commercial break, Ant-Man was displayed
at the end. Yeah,
at the end. So I'm just gonna say I give it like a C plus if I had to rate it, like a C plus, 7.5 or something like that.
You give it a higher than me, but okay.
Because I've been saying I'm still gonna go see it, but I'm not really sold on the trailer. So I wouldn't say. I would say I hope they market it. I hope they come out with a second trailer that's better than the first trailer. I mean, it wasn't too bad. They introduced Michael Douglas. You can't go wrong with Michael Douglas in your trailer.
Yeah, but I mean, when I saw the trailer, first I'm gonna give you my grade. My grade, like I said, he got a better grade.
C plus. I'm just being nice. C plus. It wasn't
really
bad. It wasn't like epic like Ultron or Man of Steel, but it was okay.
I mean, me personally, I'm saying that I'll probably give it a D. Because, I mean, it did not give no disclosure of anything.
It is a teaser. It was a teaser.
It's a teaser, bro.
It's a teaser. You gotta get the benefit. It's a teaser.
I'm just not sold, man. Right? And I'm a Marvel fan. I'm saying, this might have to...
It's a teaser. Yeah. The only bad part is that Ant-Man is not that popular of a character.
He's not.
In the Marvel universe.
He might be...
Please don't say what you're about to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. He might be the Marvel version of Green Lantern when it dropped. I think,
so you could think it's gonna bomb? I don't think it's gonna bomb.
It's not gonna bomb, but I'm saying as far as
it's not Fantastic Four bad.
Nah,
it's not Fantastic Four bad. It's not Fantastic Four.
It's not, but the way it's looking like right now, man, because you gotta remember they changed directors, they changed the whole storyline from the beginning, which. Quote unquote, they said it's the original script from Edgar White was whack in the beginning, but they changed the directors, they changed the storyline. I don't know of the footage that
they got like tested footage.
I seen.
I seen my YouTube channel. I got a link on it. We may just leave a link down below just for you to take a look at it, man.
But
what about
I seen the footage. I don't even know if they even want to use that footage because this is when Edgar Wright was in the director's seat, so we don't even know if he's even going to use that. But I mean, I understand that they're trying to bring more into the Marvel world, but some people just.
I would say if you're a comic book fan, you probably say the trailer was okay because you got Ant background, like you know his background. But for somebody who doesn't, because he's not that popular a character, I'm just being honest.
Exactly.
Most people don't really know who Ant-Man is.
Exactly.
I know a lot of people that said the title Ant-Man is horrible, but because it's like they believe it's like cheesy or something. But overall, if you didn't know what Ant-Man was from this trailer, you probably be like, yeah, I'm probably gonna see this.
Yeah.
But I give it a C7. I wouldn't give it a 10. It didn't have, like, after I watched it, it didn't give me that feel like, oh, like, you know, like Ultron, Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I got to watch this. Like, you know how many times I watched the Ultron trailer?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it didn't give me that feel. It made me like, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Yeah.
I'll see when it comes out on July 17th.
I see it on his first.
Yeah, I see it on the first week. I won't see it midnight. I'll tell you that.
No midnight premiere. I might go see it for midnight.
Speaking of the next, another trailer is they supposed to be premiering the second trailer for Avengers: Age of Ultron on the college football national championship game. Man, I'm already anticipating a lot for this one.
Man, the first one was epic.
The first one already showed enough.
I think what sold me on the first one was they did that sample of Pinocchio.
Yes.
I have strings.
Yeah.
They just showed him. Yeah. And he had that little sinister voice, strings.
So, the first one already pretty much sold me. Now they just want to show a second one.
They really don't need a second one.
They
already sold. After saying that joint like broke the internet.
Yeah, it broke the internet, man.
Because it was supposed to leak during that Agent of Shield.
Yeah, it was.
And somebody leaked it.
And somehow, some way, Marvel, Disney, whoever touched it, got their hands on it and pulled it quick.
They just dropped it because it was already leaking.
It was already leaked. And it was amazing how that came out so quick, and it just caught on just like that. So I mean, yeah, I'm expecting a lot with the second one. Hopefully they'll probably show the Vision. I'm hoping that they show him on this one. I'm hoping, but it's going to be expected a lot for this one. It's going to be expected a lot. It's going to be expected a lot of people said
Black Panther. They may give a hint. Black Panther.
Which I've been hearing that a lot too.
If you seen the trailer like at the beginning, I'm not sure. You see the beginning? They showing South Africa, Johannesburg. If you didn't know that, if you didn't know the geographic location. So, and they showed the guy like similar to Claw. Yeah. So it's just a rumor. I don't know if it's confirmed. It's not confirmed yet.
But I will have to say, they announced the actor that's playing Black Panther awfully quick compared to who they done before.
It's a rumor that they hint that they're gonna hint
that he might be one of the ending critics.
I thought Black Panther wasn't supposed to appear like into Captain America 3.
Yeah, he was
Captain America 3.
Yeah. Well, supposedly they said his first full screen appearance is going to be
the reason
Captain America Civil War.
Yeah, the reason I said Black Panther may get because if you read the comic books, when Captain America got his shield broke, he goes to South Africa. Yeah, to go to South Africa
and get the aluminum that was used for his shield.
I forgot what the material. They changed the name because it's like copyright.
Copyright, yeah. They had to change the name. Yeah.
I forgot they called it something else, but it's supposed to be like the hottest metal in the world.
Yeah. So, and it's actually, believe it or not, if you know the backstory of Ultron, that's what he went to get his armor just as strong. He went down to, I think he actually, I don't know if he got it from Claw from the comic books, I don't believe, but I know he got it from somebody where his backstory where he actually had the same material as Captain America's shield. That's actually why he could bend everything in half if he wanted to, necessarily.
I want to know how his shield broke. I know Ultron probably did it.
Yeah, it's pretty much given, but how it could be broken. But
my guess is, no spoiler alert, just my guess, hypothetically, it's just a hypothesis is what I'm about to say. I'm assuming that Ultron maybe broke his shield to use the material to make himself stronger. Because you see, like in the original trailer, they showed him like he looked like a old Iron Man.
Yeah, he looked like an old Iron Man.
Like an old Iron Man beat up suit.
Yeah.
And you see how he changed at the end. He said, "There are no strings on me." He looked completely different. That's what I'm assuming. I'm thinking he took that material to make it.
They did change the whole backstory on touching more on the Avengers: Age of Ultron. They did change the backstory, so a lot of people were thinking that Ant-Man was going to be in this movie. It wasn't what happened.
They probably could have done it if Ant-Man would have came out.
It would have been a cameo. It wouldn't have been.
No, I'm saying if Ant-Man would have came out before the Avengers 2, possibly they probably could have went that route.
Really, they could have just announced him and had him in the movie, really. But I can see why they would go with Tony Stark because they built more with Captain America Civil War. So by making Tony Stark the one to be created Ultron, will add more fuel to the fire.
I think going what Tony Stark's is like to the Marvel universe, the cinematic universe, it's probably a better choice.
It's a better choice. Yeah, it was a better choice. Yeah, it is a better choice
than the original because it was different. The comic book was set up different from
exactly. And the fact that they made, like I said, it would make more fuel to the fire. So it will actually probably make Iron Man, Tony Stark, and Steve Rogers, as known as Captain America, feud even more hot than what it is way before then. They already wasn't liking each other from the beginning because Tony Stark don't like to be told what to do, and Rogers is coming from a place where all he did was give orders. So it's like, what more can you do when you have two heads clashing?
So you think this Avengers can lead up to the Civil War?
I think this Avengers is going to
lead up to the Civil War. Yeah. That's just our hypothesis. We're gonna go back to this when Civil War.
When Civil War comes out,
we're gonna do a throwback. And we're gonna stop. Yeah. I'm like, man, you was right.
We're gonna pull up the clip. We're gonna pull up the clip.
Hit the rewind. You were right. Okay, you was right. That's how I told you so moment.
Yeah. Also another like movie news. If anybody ever knew, it's really pretty much like old news now. Probably like 2 months. But the Channing Tatum being named as Gambit, and he actually yesterday he confirmed the release date for the Gambit solo movie. I think it's October 7th, 2016. I don't know what to expect from. To be honest with you, I don't know what to expect from him because he's supposed to be in Apocalypse too. So an X-Men Apocalypse. If you anybody know that.
Would you have put him as Gambit though?
Me
personally, when I first heard it, I was like.
Me personally, I
ain't see it yet. Yeah. Maybe it'd be good. It's not the director may have made a good choice, but he when it came to my mind when you named, who's trying out for Gambit? Like, Channing Tatum.
Yeah, me personally, I think I don't think he was really like the first choice. I think the first choice just took the movie role and didn't want to take it, or he got the audition and he just ain't take the role. And they just like, okay, let's see if we can find somebody that
probably just got Channing Tatum because of his name. Yeah, he got a brand. So
yeah, back to I don't think he was the first choice. I'm gonna say it straight up. I don't think he was just the perfect choice. I don't think he was the first choice to begin with. I think they just did for name purposes. But we have to see the verdict's still out. We have been some quick verdicts to a lot of people. Like Heath Ledger with being the Joker. We ain't think that.
Like I would say the big example I probably say is Ben Affleck as Batman. Because when I first heard that, I cringed. I was like, oh, they about to mess this up.
Yeah, because Ben Affleck in hero movies is not good.
Yeah.
At all. Prime example, Daredevil. Not gonna happen. Come on, man.
You gonna bring up Daredevil? Yeah, he did. Daredevil was pretty bad.
Come on, man. Like
that was probably that goes in Marvel trash. That goes in y'all trash, man.
That goes in recycling bin. That needs to go in like just archives. Don't even touch it again. But I mean, we are quick to judge on it. So
it may not be a bad idea.
It might not be a bad idea.
I haven't seen it yet, so I want to be neutral. I'm not gonna say it's a bad idea or it's a good idea. I'm gonna say I'll wait till I see it. I'm still a little skeptical though about picking Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Speaking on X-Men, like we're gonna you want to touch on a little bit more on X-Men Apocalypse?
They ain't real too much detail about them.
Yeah, but we can give them a little bit.
They ain't
if you don't know, like really the Apocalypse is like right after Days of Future Past on comic book series. Like a lot of people don't know that, but it's really like directly after.
It makes sense they went with the Apocalypse.
Yeah, because it's like they're going strictly with the comic books on this one. Like they're going straight from Days of Future Past to Apocalypse just that quick. So I mean, expect a lot on that one too. If a lot of people don't know, Apocalypse is like the first mutant. So
he considers himself the god of mutants.
Yeah, he's the mutant god as they call him, I think now.
I like how they did it like the end credits of the Days of Future Past. They showed him like making the pyramid. I mean,
which they
a young Apocalypse creating the pyramid.
They tried to take away from the real story of how the pyramids is built and just added the mutant to it. So
just add mutants, sprinkle mutants.
Yeah, just mutants.
It'd be fine.
But technically, since he's the first one, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting with this because he's done the indestructible. He's the first mutant ever. So it's going to take a lot for them to actually bring him down necessarily, because he's one of those mutants where you can't tame.
Do you think this can be a spinoff from the Days of Future Past? Like, since they went back, changed the time, you think this could be like a different timeline? Created like a time paradox, or like created a different, changed the timeline. So even though the Sentinel's not dead, changed it to his timeline. It's all hypothetical.
It's all hypothetical.
It's all hypothetical.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no sources. Just hypothetical.
From my standpoint, like I said, this is all hypothetical. I'm giving my standpoint of what I think might happen with this. That's why we doing this. This is really why we're doing this podcast. We're getting like the real fan aspect of it. So, you know, we're gonna give you the fan aspect of it, and you know, we comic book heads too. So we're gonna give you some background information on it, but we don't know if the movie's gonna do the same thing. But back to your question. I don't think it's a spin-off, but I do think it's a continuing story from Days of Future Past.
I'm saying for the movie-wise, that would make sense. Like, so the Sentinels didn't come, but they changed it. But you know how everything has the butterfly effect. If you go back in time and change something, it can alter.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I
could be wrong. That's my hypothesis.
Yeah, we thinking the same thing. I'm thinking it was the same thing. It was just going to be a butterfly effect. Even though they stopped the Sentinels, but they probably have woken up Apocalypse while he was doing it. You know, while in the process of stopping this.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to be the timeline. We don't know who could woke him up at this time. We don't know anything. This is all hypothetical. Like I said, it could be anybody. It could have been
potential spoiler. Could be a potential spoiler.
Yeah. We don't know. We don't know who could have. We don't know if it could have been from Logan when he went back in his time travel. We don't know if it's when Magneto was back in time, when he was in his wild ways. We don't know anything what could have happened. So, which I wish they touched on a lot. Speaking on Magneto's character, I wish they'd go back into his life a little bit with some of the things he did, because we knew how he was from like 30s to like late age. Mm-hmm. I would like to see how he was when he was in his teens,
like
20s.
When first class, they sort of gave an impression of him when he was real young.
Yeah.
And pretty much what happened to him.
That's true.
Think they're going to do it on First Class?
Well, X-Men Apocalypse is supposed to be a first class film, which a lot of people don't know. It's supposed to be the same thing, but same thing as Days of Future Past, where they're trying to clash in the two classes together. Mm-hmm. But it look like they're going to be basing it more off of X-Men First Class. So, with that, I think that would be the right choice to go with, is the First Class cast. And then bring in the older cast in later, or try to do like some type of time warp where they could bring them both together again. But yeah, I'm really trying to see what's going to happen with that. When that first trailer drops, it's gonna be a minute, because it don't come out till summer 2016. So it's probably won't be nothing. Maybe Star Wars might have something when that drops, but I doubt it.
But Star Wars, they keep the Star Wars thing on hush.
They've been keeping that.
They're not letting nothing out. I did like the trailer though, especially when they showed the Millennium Falcon.
That was a dope thing with Star Wars, which we touched on in the first one, but that wasn't gonna be a good one. I think that's gonna potentially be a good one. They got the right director, they got the right cast, I think, in my opinion, and they got probably some of the best writers probably in Hollywood to do this film. So we're gonna see a lot. We definitely will. You know.
What else can we talk about in the movie world? Ghost in the Shell movie coming out, and they got Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson being.
It's just been confirmed that she's the lead. Do you think would you think you would have picked her as the first choice, or you could have went with like Japanese girl, Asian?
I'm gonna go off our previous conversation, like a text and all that we was talking about prior to that. She's a good pick because of the fact that she has the Black Willow background with her acting now. So by her doing this type of film, it wouldn't like actually mess up her realm or make her any different, like a different standpoint on it. But I think for that type of movie, I think you might have to go with somebody that's more sci-fi driven, because it ain't.
I mean, I understand why they went with her. She's like an A-list celebrity.
Yes.
She have her brand, and she pretty much can bring more people. Like, say for example, Lucy. It was a horrible movie, but
it brought in a lot.
She brought in money because it was Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
She's like a star. But I mean,
and let's not forget a lot of these people that went to go see Lucy and like her latest.
I saw it, but that movie sucked.
Yeah. But I mean, you know,
that's why I don't see it. $1.99 Ben. Continue. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Maybe Red Box. I mean, hey, but I mean, a lot of people that have seen the Lucy movie, they probably wasn't really Scarlett Johansson fans. They was more Black Widow, Marvel fans. That
She is attractive.
She is. She is
Scarlett Johansson. She goes on my list.
She's top 3.
I wish she could be on my bucket list. Yeah. No judgment. Scarlett Johansson. You can't turn down Scarlett Johansson.
You can't turn down.
One thing I turned down is my collar.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she is like top 3 sexy ever. I'm saying ever.
Yeah, she's on the list. She's on the list.
But I mean,
you did because a lot of people. I heard some people comment on it. They pretty much saying another whitewash film.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get involved. I understand why you picked her. I think she was
she's a great pick.
If you're not familiar with Ghost in the Shell, it's based on an anime. It's pretty much about cyber warfare. I'm just gonna put it in layman's terms. It's about cyber warfare.
Speaking of anime going into real life films, it's been a lot of speculations on Attack on Titan.
That'd be pretty good.
That'd be a pretty dope film for them to do it.
Actual real life
movie.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah,
because that's probably one of the best new animes.
Yeah,
probably that recently came out.
Yeah.
I actually saw it. It was pretty recommended it from a good friend.
And this, yeah, I've seen it from pretty much from the beginning. It is a real dope anime TV show. It's a real dope. If you real big on anime, and I mean like not none of like these less dark, grimy animes, and you like the blood splatters and weaponry and stuff like that type of anime, Attack on Titan is one of your top choices. When I first saw it, I was kind of iffy on it because I was like, okay, they had it on Adult Swim, stuff like that. But actually, when I actually watched it and actually started getting more intrigued with it, it is a real dope backstory, real dope cartoon, period. So they stepped their game up with these animes now, with the, like I said, Attack on Titan, Ghost in the Shell. A lot of them. Some of these, I'm surprised a lot of these ain't real movies at this time right now with a lot of these, but some of them are meant to be animes to begin with anyway, so
yeah. So season 2 Attack on Titans, when that come out?
2000. Well, I think they're in production now, so I think they ain't going to release until 2016. So I mean, that's another thing with these animes. They take a lot of time
for them to the next. That's about animes takes a while.
They take a lot of time, man. Not unless you like Family Guy and Simpsons or something like that, but like real anime, Japan animes, like, them things take a year and a half, maybe 2. I think one joint, the last time they had an episode, I was like 3 years. So I mean,
and from what I was told, they also have they prolonged because the first season went, I guess, a little further. If you compare it to like the actual book, like the comic book or the manga book or whatever, it went a little further than it was. Like it's like because they don't have second season, they don't have that much to work with. I guess they're gonna try to like prolong the story. They probably make it a little bit different, but
yeah,
that's one of my favorite animes. That just recently came out. Didn't it come out 2013?
2013. Yeah.
That came out 2013. Just recently came out.
Is there any other animes that's really good?
Tokyo Ghouls. There's a few other, but I wouldn't say that's technically new, but I like different types. I like Inuyasha.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't make.
I
really
got a whole
surprised.
collection of it.
Yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think of any other animes. Ghost in the Shell, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy
I'm
Bebop,
really surprised that's not a movie yet. I'm really surprised that's not a movie.
That's a good. You can always go with the classic Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z,
like that's classic. That's classic. You can't. That's classic.
And another one, I think a lot of people, I think it was kind of slept on because it was. I don't think it get the recognition it was because it came off Adult Swim so quick. Big O. It was a good show. A lot of people don't.
That's probably where they got Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
It's like
if a lot of
I wouldn't say Pacific Rim got it from it.
Yeah. Yeah, but the backstory on Big O is it's this guy. I forgot the guy's name because it's been so long. But it's a guy. He has a car and a robot. Is the robot like a maid or something? But it's
very similar to Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it's really Pacific. Except his car turns into this big robot. So it's like, and he faced these aliens, these other machines, and everything to save this city. And the only way he could have, the only way that he could have done it is if he made this machine and faced these off every time. I mean, there's been a few times where they do the two-part series when it was like, you know, it's down for a day or whatever, you know, down for an episode, and then it will come right back up, you know, stuff like that, where they try to take away from it's just being a machine show. So I mean, but it's a real good show. They used to Inuyasha. I think that's another one that should have been a real life movie. Because that one was running. That show was hot from the beginning. Like it
like a million seasons. I got most of the collection. I haven't collected them all, but I got most of the collection.
And the crazy thing about it was like so many seasons. I mean, it's
so many seasons. They even had a lot of movies to it too as well.
They had a lot of movies to it. A lot of anime movies, not a lot of
like real life movies. A lot of anime movies.
It was, and I think it was like so. You know, like I said, it's so many seasons. And I think at one point it's like they had to make them in different countries because of how fast that show grew. I mean, you talking about Japan, U.S. I think Germany was having them, like places in Europe. Like it was crazy. How fast that show grew.
Oh, this year we gotta go to an anime convention.
Yeah,
that's on our list every year.
Yeah, we plan on going to a lot of.
I want to go to Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, yeah. Comic-Con's on top of the list this year.
Comic-Con San Diego, try to be there.
Comic-Con, then they got the New York one. I'm definitely trying to go to CES 2016. That's the one.
Las Vegas. We didn't get it. I didn't get a chance.
We didn't get a chance this time, so we
wanted to go.
We wanted to go. But yeah, that would be the list on 2016. So this might be one of the shortest podcasts we probably gonna have because we pretty much touched everything.
Thanks for watching our podcast. Feel free to comment, subscribe, start a little discussion, and we do read the comments. Try to reply back.
And you know, hit that like button. Matter of fact, don't just hit it. Stomp on it like you're catching the Holy Ghost at church. I want everybody.
Also follow me on Twitter at Josh the Movie Guy. We're gonna leave a link down below. We also gonna leave a link for the Ant-Man trailer too.
Yeah. Hit my Twitter up, Tay.1987, and you can hit my email up. I'm gonna leave it in the description, but it's delonte.hinton@gmail.com. If y'all want to leave any little comments or suggestions on our podcast, or you know any little thing y'all want us to talk about, leave them in the comments. You know, we ain't shy about it. We new, so you know.
Agree to disagree, we still listen to your opinions.
Exactly. We're two mad geniuses for a reason, man. We gonna make this thing work. So, holla at y'all, man.